It's a hockey night from the Richfield Ice Arena in Richfield, Minnesota, as Southwest Christian Richfield Hockey gets set to host the Blake School Bears. With TJ Ringer to my right and a special guest to be named in a second to my left, Jeff Disher up high here at the Richfield Ice Arena as we get set for hockey on a lovely Tuesday night. 42 degrees outside this afternoon. I can't term it even more lovely than that. But as we get going here, let me actually introduce you to the mystery voice on my left. I have been told by certain folks to address you as Shark, Darren Kaiser, with us, the athletic director at Southwest Christian Richfield. I'm not going to say who, because I don't reveal sources, but this person is an integral part of the Southwest Christian Richfield franchise. So, TJ, to my right, as we introduce the starting goaltenders for both teams, it'll be Blake School's Jonah Spaeth in net, the 3.72 goals against average, .868 on the save percentage. And for Southwest Christian, Giannis Camp will get the start. A 4-3-1 record on the season, 2.56 goals against, .926 on the save percentage. Young sir, what do you expect to see tonight?
Well, Blake's definitely a tough team. They played them last year, and I think they lost like 6-0 or something. So
you are correct, sir.
Good test, and their schedule definitely does not get any easier going forward. So
no
big game here today.
Let me actually bring Darren in right quick as you'll go off and light some things up, apparently. So, Darren.
Yeah.
As I hear a mic dropping, your thoughts on the Southwest Christian season so far, and just general impressions on the program as a whole, because I know the partnership or the co-op with Richfield is relatively new.
Yeah. So we started this program about 6 years ago. With the rich tradition of Richfield hockey, and we were blessed and fortunate to hop into that co-op, now being the lead of the co-op and knowing there's a lot of expectations in this community to uphold some of that tradition. It's been awesome. We've seen tremendous growth in the program, working from 15 kids in our first year to now close to 40 kids, and you see great quality as we've continued to build this program over the years.
And that quality is true throughout not only the JV roster, but the kids that have come up to varsity via JV, but the varsity roster as a whole has really gelled. Even though the 10-1 record that Southwest Christian Richfield has may not be indicative of that, these kids have really gelled top to bottom. As I can think of players like Brody Hardacre with 90 career points, Caleb Bendel and Andrew Earhart, just to name a few, 58 career points and 40 career points respectively for Bendel and Earhart. Two players brought up for Southwest Christian Richfield tonight. Number 6, the fourth line left winger, Henry Lavin.
Lavin, yeah.
And 13, Sam Rudolph, both fourth-line wings. Your thoughts on how they've played this, or how they can adjust to the varsity, we'll say, spotlight?
Yeah. I think obviously it's a cool opportunity for these boys, getting to play a lot of JV minutes for us. And it's cool for their community. Taking a couple of the Richfield kids in some of the tragic moments over the last couple of weeks, honoring them and letting them be in the spotlight to just work with their teammates and build this rich tradition, giving them both opportunity on the ice but even on the bench to support all the teammates.
And that'll be the case going into next year with the seniors that will be leaving, and we'll honor those seniors Thursday night against Delano here at Richfield Ice Arena. And I've also heard that a familiar voice will be conducting that ceremony, and if you haven't heard, yours truly chosen to lead that past tense, lead that ceremony Thursday night, so you'll be hearing familiar vocals at the Richfield Ice Arena ×2. But as we get going here, the Blake Bears coming out onto the ice, Section 6AA. So Blake 12-8 on the season, leading the IMAC by a game over Providence Academy at 5-2. That 17-4-1 record for Providence Academy, impressive. And we saw Providence Academy in Plymouth early in the year, the second game of the year, as the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars, I won't say taking their sweet time getting on the ice, but they need time to themselves to get on the ice after Blake gets on. So we will actually, I can get one more question in before the lineups are introduced. Any plans to, I don't know what the word, how does the program plan to improve going into the 2022-23 season?
Yeah, I think obviously with a senior-heavy class, they have to build on some of the experience of some of their underclassmen. Bendel, you look at Jared Greiner, you have sophomore, junior kids scoring some of our leading points of the season, hopping on the front line, but then also seeing Giannis Camp hopping in goal tonight. Him and Haugen have been switching off and on, and we're going to need to see tremendous growth and leadership from him as well.
The lineups will be introduced momentarily, and if I am predicting Southwest Christian's starting lines and pairs, it would be top. So Brody Hardacre, Truman Haugen, my prediction for top pair. But we'll get that here in a second as we have the Blake School starters. Carter Karinke, the starting center for Blake School, flanked by Oliver Dunanik and Reese Hack. And we'll actually take a moment of silence. The starting lineup's introduced, and apologies for that quick pause, but it'll be Carter Karinke in the center circle for Blake, flanked by Oliver Dunanik and Reese Hack, the left wing for Blake School. The starting goaltender for Blake is Jonas Spaeth. Spaeth with the 3.72 goals against average, .868 save percentage. But as we get this to Southwest Christian in a second, I think that top line of Earhart, Greiner, and Bendel really needs to gel getting into section play. Thoughts?
Yeah, obviously with Greiner out for the last couple weeks, he needs to come back from his injury with confidence. Facing a tough Litchfield team in the last game as his first game, kind of known as the Rousers of the West. It's going to be good to see him with a more finesse city team like Blake coming in, and most definitely with those three leading points for us this year, they're going to have to really gel going into section play.
They do go, and my prediction is correct, they do go top line of Andrew Earhart, Caleb Bendel, and Greiner. So that line really needs to bring Jared Greiner back into the fold. But Greiner, 23 career points, as it'll be Truman Haugen and Brody Hardacre getting the start defensively for Southwest Christian. We'll pause for the national anthem and paying tribute to the U.S. The anthem has been played and the tribute to the USA made by none other than Francis Scott Key. The bright lights at Richfield Ice Arena, new since you were last in the building, Mr. Kaiser,
Yeah,
are
looks great
on,
in here.
and it feels like a hockey rink in here instead of the mood lighting as we get TJ Ringer back too. Giannis Camp in net for Southwest Christian. Jonas Spaeth in net for Blake. It will be Jared Greiner up against Carter Cranky, who has points in every game but 4 on the season. That would be 16, you turkeys. Blake 12-8, that makes 20. Judging by high school math. We now have Sienna Bendel with us as well. So I've got a clown to the left of me and I've got 2 jokers to the right.
TJ, does he always treat you like this on mic?
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to it at this point.
You're used to the beating he takes.
Oh.
Kind of like in the bottom hallway of the school, too.
Yeah, that is true.
Story time coming, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You'll get
plenty of stories.
You'll get
Wow.
you'll get facts with the professor tonight. And by the way, the all-time series against Blake is now in its second game as we're underway. Opening draw will be a draw, but the puck controlled by Eli Daniel for Blake and stolen by Southwest Christian, who are wearing the Richfield red. This comes over to Andrew Earhart, who throws it over into the corner where Bendel grabs. Back to the point it'll go, and the shot from Brody Hardacre goes by the wayside. Touch back in by Bendel and down low where Blake will regather 30 seconds into the game. The puck controlled over on the far side by Cranky, and Cranky's pass was intercepted. Carter, not Cranky, or with that happening as the puck goes down for icing 39 seconds in. But the all-time series is in its second game between these two. Blake won last February 26th. Isaac Haugen started in that game, 45 saves, as Blake outshot Southwest Christian 51-14 on that day, with Blake winning 6-0. Again, elementary school math would say 54 minus 6, or 51 minus 6 is 45. Coming the other way are the Stars, but they will get thwarted by an icing whistle 56 seconds in. No real flow to the opening minute. Young
No.
TJ.
No, not much at all. Like I said earlier, Southwest is gonna have a good start as Blake's a very good and tough team. So
The Southwest Christian JV really made things interesting at the very end. I believe they eked out a 1-goal victory, did they not?
I think it was actually 3-1. They scored take
Empty
the lead
netter
and then
late.
an empty netter. Yep.
So it's a 2-goal victory for JV as this one is brought in by Will Matzke, who has goals in 2 of his last 5 starts, as this one is taken by Southwest Christian Richfield. Puck intercepted as this one brought back in by Matzke. Matzke dropped it off, and the quick shot did not even get close to net as Michelizzi